right, welcome and thank you for coming today. And for those of you tuning in online, thank you for being with us today. We are going to just co-create some light and love together today. So I'd like to first start by introducing the beautiful healers that we have present today, and then we're going to do some channeling and some Reiki and have some fun. My name is Sherisa. I am cult survivor turned therapist turned channeler of Archangel Michael.
I'm Lynn Larkin, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. And I'm not a cult survivor, but I was a therapist turned channeler as well. And I channel Lorn, which is a group of multidimensional beings from the Pleiades. And a lot of what they do is working with healing vibrations and energy. They answer any questions and love it, and they have a great time with Michael, the humor. But they also energetically, they do light language, which is different sounds and tones, and it's all to impact you on an energy level.
My name is Monica Martinez, and I'll be the MC for today. And I am a therapist, mental health therapist by trade, but definitely seeking spirituality, and so on the path to that.
Thanks, Moni.
All right, and I'm Victoria. I'm a Reiki practitioner, and actually just realized recently I took out my Reiki certificate, and January 7th will be 25 years since I was first attuned.
Wow.
So that's just, yeah, it's been quite a journey. And Sherisa and I have known each other, and Monica, we've known each other for a long time. We used to work together, and now we just play and have fun and all of that. And I live in Scotland, and the timing worked that we could all be here together. So I'm really excited to see, faces that I know and some new faces.
Right. Thank you, Victoria. So we're going to shift into the channeling. I'm going to take a moment to lift out of my body and bring in Archangel Michael. Victoria may step. She's going to peek out to the back and then come back when we do the Reiki. And Lynn will do the same. And then Monica will be our MC. I'm sharing all this now because when I leave, I'll be Space Cadet. So, so are you good, Moni?
I'm good.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. 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 Oh, Lorn is here.
Loving. Yes, very good, very good. Loving to be here, loving to be here, loving to be here.
Yes, yes. And happy to be with everyone. Very happy to be with everyone. Yes, yes,
wow,
yes.
What fun.
Yes.
Well, welcome.
Yes.
You guys are the stars of the show today.
Oh, of course, we're always the stars, aren't we, Michael?
Yes.
We're always
You're
the
literally the stars.
Yes, very good. Yes, we love it. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being here and opening, to Sherisa for opening the doors to all of us. Our collective here today definitely has a lot of questions for all of you. How about we start with Lynn?
Yes.
So, as someone who attracts a lot of spiritual energy and entities, what are ways to attract the light or positive spirits versus the dark energy when opening your mind, body to them?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So we are thinking you are wanting Lorn to answer that question?
Sure.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Very good. Yes. We are saying that each of you are love. And when you're in that place of love, there can be no room for dark energies. So that is a human mind that wants to manifest these things and create these ideas. But just return to that knowingness that you are love. And when you're in that place of love, there is no room for dark energies. So doing the things that you know to do to increase your vibration and get you in that place of love, being in joy, having fun, laughing as we do, those are all wonderful things to do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. We are liking that answer very much, and we will expand on that answer. Yes. Yes. So what we would offer is all is love. So the things that you think of as dark energy, they initially are birthed through love, and then they get shadowed. So there is nothing that is existing that is not birthed through love. It is all love. And so in that, it all has the capacity to return to love. Now we are understanding that there is discernment in that. That's something that feels like dark energy is the shadow you're not wanting to go play with. And we are in agreement with what Lorn has said, that when you're holding light in your body, they have no space to take up, but to remember that those things that you call dark energy, they initially were light and love. That is why I, as Archangel Michael, am here to help clear that so it can all be returned back to love. Because Earth has this thing where they want to see the polarities instead of the connection. And so the more that we can see the connection and how we are all love, then it is easier for us to flow love to even like an individual who may be presenting themselves as very dangerous to others. But if you flow love to the part and the heart of them that is the birth of love, then you build more light energy instead of fearing the dark that you see in them, and then you build more of the dark energy. So there's a lot of individual power as you approach these things in remembering that all is love and all is light. We are knowing that there are groups of spiritual groups who are very intent on beating the darkness or containing dark energy. And we would like to say that is not very helpful, although well-intended, not very helpful. The helpful thing to do is to focus in on the love and grow that. And as the love expands and it runs into that shadow, it helps transform that shadow over into love. You are seeing?
Yes, very good. Very good. Yes, we are liking that.
Yes.
Very much.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And that's a perfect lead into our next question. You know, I think that this is what a lot of you all had in mind. But I'm going to summarize this question about how it feels like there's a larger awakening or spiritual advancement that's coming. And if there's anything to that, because this is, I think, what people are feeling.
Yes, yes. You are wanting to go first, Lorn?
Yes. Lorn is happy.
Oh, you are wanting
Yes,
Michael to go?
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Lorn is happy to
Lorn
go?
is happy to go.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yes. Well, basically, yes, it is a time of great transformation. And we like to remind people of that often because it is also a challenging time. Yes. It is a challenging time for individuals and for the world at large. And just to understand that that is part of the transformation process. It is the letting go of the old, building, allowing the new to build up from that. So in the letting go, it can be challenging sometimes. Yes. It is not an easy process, but it is a wonderful process. And so we like to remind people over and over again, this is wonderful and amazing. Yes, the world seem to be falling apart, but it is all just perfect as it is.
Yes.
So that is what we like to say.
Yes, yes. And we are knowing that when you see things that you care deeply about, but they are failing to thrive, or they are getting hidden by things that feel very dark, it is hard to hold into that there is good in all. There is good in all. What we would like to remind all, which we understand is a trippy concept. This human would say, "Ooh, that is very trippy." But we live inside of an expanded now. So while this is a great time of transformation, it is also the past, the present, and the future all at the same time. And when you look at it from that perspective, you can find the balance in all of it. There is no fear of great transformation when you already know the end in the future is this beautiful thing. So then when you're living inside this expanded now, there's no big risk. There's no big risk. Even when somebody dies and then they come back, or they die and they go back into the spirit realm, all is love. So yes, there's great transformation, and celebrate that, but there's been lots of times of great transformation within this expanded now many times. Mm-hmm. Many times, yes. Mm-hmm. But some of the question we are feeling when we read the heart of the question, they are thinking somewhat of the political situation in the U.S. at the moment, because, so there's that. And to know that even within that, the things that feel politically dangerous, that is the shadow, but there is light and love in there. And so even when somebody appears to be a political enemy, to flow love to the heart of that person is going to support the United States in returning to love more than battling what it is that you do not like. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and in addition to that question, there was like, obviously with the understanding that there is a great shift happening, but that it feels, as it indicated here, horribly tragic, right? That we're experiencing tragic moments. So part of that question was, how do we survive better in this moment, or how do we cope with these moments? Because I think, to your point, yes, we can send love, but what about if you don't feel the love
Yes.
to give to that particular group of people?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Well, we would say to feel the love, even if you can't for the particular person, to be in that place, in that state of love, that will energetically go out in that direction. And just having that perspective, as we have talked about, that all is well with this, and that it is, yes, the shadow coming up to be seen before it can be released, and that is an important part of the process. So, so that is how we would like to put that.
Yes. 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 And what we would offer, and we understand this is pulling at the edge of understanding, that this is an expansion to try and look at things from this perspective. And that expansion, just like a birth, doesn't always feel easy. Like a birth, it's not like, whoa, the baby just fell out. No, there's some process in there. There's some feelings that are in there. So we get that. So have the feelings. Like, to deny the feelings and then just walk around and say, I'm light and love, I'm light and love, I am light and love, that is not helping. So to allow all the feelings, and to know those feelings that are anger and things like that sometimes get a bit of a bad rap, and they can get kind of categorized as dark energy, when really they're just truth. That is how you're feeling. And at the truth of every soul walking this planet is love. So when you allow those things to flow, your core is love. And when you allow them to flow, and this human did not believe us. When we were saying this in the beginning, she was like, I will have this apply to everyone except my ex-husband. I will love everyone except that. But no, she is realizing that she has love for him too. She has love for all. When she allows the truth of all her feelings to flow out, she can get to that core of love, which is available to all of us. So this isn't a hit the happy button thing. This is a have your full experience and trust that you are loved. And at the end of that, that is where you will end up, because that is the nature of your actual chemical makeup.
Yes. Yes. And that is part of the whole experience of being in a human body, is to experience all those emotions. So
Yes.
So yes, we also support that, the encouraging the feeling and allowing the emotions, and that helps the energy shift and helps you connect more to that love that you are.
Yes, yes. And we are liking what Lorn was saying is in that, find something to love. And then you get in the vicinity of that, and then that love can grow. So it isn't necessary to sit in meditation and say, I am going to love this person. Like, that isn't helping. But love the kitty cat Patty, love the puppy dog Diesel, and then get those feelings going and let them expand, and you find that they will find a place to live. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I actually do have love for these people that I was judging. Because that is what we are doing. We are judging them. And judging is an anchor that keeps you in your present spot inside the expanded now, that gives you no movement and perspective of the whole. So we are not saying love the behavior, love the policy, love the choice, but we are saying to love the knowledge of knowing that that is a divine soul seeking the light in whatever way they can.
So I think this goes along with, what you were saying, like to foster love or to show love, so that it expands. But how can people stay grounded when they don't feel the love, when they, really are going through a challenging time trying to understand these things, but also just to be able to, yes, feel their feelings, but how can they reset and ground so that they can continue?
Yes, yes, yes. You are wanting?
Go ahead.
Yes, yes. We are wanting to ask Monica questions. We are liking that question. And the reason we are teasing that we would like to ask Monica questions is because inside of the human psyche is a desire for some sort of protocol. If I can do this, then this will happen. And so the question we want to ask Monica is, do you believe that your true nature is love?
I do.
So in that knowingness, that is the only protocol that you need. And when you return to love, you are grounded in your body. And when you return to love, when in situations that are extremely challenging, you are releasing the dark energy that keeps you from the love on a daily basis. And that is your healing. And that is the process. So it is less about something that I do and more that I allow myself to remember that I am love. And then that serves you in every moment. We are teasing with Monica a little bit, but we are liking the answer.
All right. Fair enough.
Yes, and I think that is part of the human nature to want to know,
Yes.
okay, do I do this and this, then what do I do, then what do I do, what's
Right.
the next step, what's the next steps? So yes, so we have love for all of you in the struggle you're having doing that. And then it's just gentle reminder over and over again that if you're angry, be angry. If you're sad, be sad, and return to this place of compassion for those emotions inside you.
Yes.
And recognize that this is part of the human process. This is part of Ruth is, and you have a whole world of spiritual support around you to help you through those feelings. So, and then return to your puppy dogs and your kitties or your videos of fun little things, and know that it is okay to sometimes just to put those things aside and just try and connect to that joy that is always there.
Yes.
Absolutely. And if I may add, I'm not me channeling, but I think that
Go for it.
Yes, we would say it is you channeling, and just in a different way.
Yes, thank you.
can insist.
I think, just as a mental health therapist working with clients that consistently ask these questions, like how do we get through these moments when it feels like there's no hope, right? One of the things that I really just kind of say is think about what feeds you, right? As a person, like how do you want to be that light, be that love for other people? So what are things that you can do that come naturally to you, right? Because for me, maybe I want to get into action and go volunteer somewhere, go, spend time with the community. But for others, maybe they might just like call a friend who, they know is going through it, build community, right? And so I really do think that it really is about what resonates with you as an individual and how you want to show love and healing for yourself, but for others, because I do think that the unity with other people is what really helps kind of get us through these moments of darkness, right? So, but I do think that, yes, we're very much humans that want answers to know how to stay grounded and keep going, because this is tiring.
Yes. And this human pushes back with me all the time. She is really preferring a protocol. If I do this, then this will happen. And we are understanding that is the way that the human mind is structured. And so that is why we somewhat repetitively say returning to love is that action. So even as you describe more of the psychological perspective, what you are asking or recommending is a return to love. It is taking that moment to love yourself in that moment. So whatever way your window is in, allow that to be that's how you welcome it. Because at your essence, your true nature is divine love. You are divine love. And so when you really start to understand that, you don't need a protocol, because that is the protocol. It is that returning to that divine love. Yes.
And it feels natural, right? Like in the way that you can be expansive and not. Sometimes we do need to take moments to just ground ourselves, right? In order, because we can't give from an empty cup.
Yes.
Right. So,
and it can also, we are knowing it is also annoying when this human's pipes burst. She's like, really? This is divine love? We understand that Earth is complex and that there isn't a one size fits all. So explore what your return to divine love looks like. For some people, that might be prayer. For others, it might be meditation. For others, it might be distraction. distracting yourself so that you're not thinking about certain things so you can get there, but allow that return to remembering who your true nature is to be at the core.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. So now we're starting a new year, even though I know in the spirit world, time is subjective and expansive. But I think many of the questions here like ask about, what will 2026 bring us? What themes, what lessons we should be kind of looking out for?
Yes, yes, yes. Lorn?
Well, we would say, yes, it is a different year for you, but it is also infinite time, place. So, so for us to think in terms of categories of years and times is a little bit strange for us. We just put it that way. But we understand it's another one of you humans like to have your things of, okay, I'll have this resolution, I'll have this thing, and we would say just overall to remember. Making resolutions is fine, but to remember that you are the divine creator of your life. Basically, whatever you do, want, or in your life, it is you and your soul that is moving you towards that. So allowing yourself to just know as you go into this new year, it's like, okay, curious, what am I going to create in this year? What would be fun? What would be joyful? We know that the times in the world have been dark and will seem maybe even darker. There's going to be more and more conflict around the world coming up, and more challenging times for many. Yes. And so as much as you can, returning to that, okay, so this is happening, but I am the divine creator of my life. What do I want to create? What is important to me? And how can I connect to that love that I am? How can I connect to that divine nature there and feel that love and just have that be shared with those around me? So you don't have to necessarily do things. Doing things are fine, but just your energy, those near you will be impactful.
Yes. Yes, yes.
So.
We are in agreement with that, and to build and expand on that, to remember your power, that you have more power than you realize. In this human spiritual journey, she really loves saying, what will the universe bring? And I am telling her, you are the universe. It is easy to say, I live in this nation, so what will that do to impact me? I live in this culture or community, how will that impact me? But you are the universe, and you are creating within that context. And so you have more power to say 2026, I create this, instead of, oh, what will 2026 bring? And to remember your power within that. And to remember that the entity that is creating in your life is your divine self, not the Sherisa walking the planet. If Sherisa walking the planet was creating things on her own, everything would be a unicorn. You would just be dancing and flying around on mermaids and unicorns. It isn't that kind of creation. Your divine self is interacting through you, through your own wisdom and intuition, and is guiding the things. And sometimes things like the pipes and the divorce, or the car breaking down, or the pipes for you, Marie. These are divine gifts, but they don't look like that. But your higher self knows exactly what's going to help, and it's going to give you the moment to release things that might be holding you back and call in new skills, to look at it all as divine love. So I am creating divine love in 2026. Curious what that could look like, instead of what is it going to bring to me, and to own your power within it. Yes?
Yes. Very good.
All right. So we have a question here that I think, Michael, you might have touched on when we first started. But the question is, when a human dies, do their souls sometimes get lost on their way home? How do we know if our loved ones transitioned safely?
Yes, yes, yes. You would like to go, Lorn?
Well, we would say no, they're not lost.
Yes.
They're never lost. The soul is never lost.
Yes.
We could elaborate more and more and say, no, the soul is never lost. The soul is never lost.
Yes.
So. Is there more elaboration for you?
We'd say ditto. We are going to expand, but we are in agreement with that. And so your soul is much bigger than what you're experiencing on Earth. So let's say, because we are borrowing this human's brain and body, she has the higher Sherisa, not that name, but it's beautiful. We'll call her that for now. But she has incarnated into multiple bodies in multiple timelines. And so her soul is tracking all of that, and all of it is an expansion of love, even those that are experiencing discomfort. And so none of that is ever lost. And there are moments where sometimes life starts to feel heavy, and then the dark energy of that heaviness could use an infusion of love. And so when you lift up yourself with light and love in this life, it spreads to those other entities that are you in this expanded now. So nothing is ever lost, and all could use a bit more love. And so taking a conscious path of love in this lifetime has a domino effect across all of these different timelines inside the expanded now. It's so much more powerful. So your soul is too big to get lost. So it's sort of like, if you imagine, like, this human is here right now, but if she imagined herself in line at Starbucks, that entity, that part of her energy that's in imagining her in Starbucks isn't trapped in Starbucks now. But as she thinks about it and calls it back, she can bring more light and love. So yes, are there souls on Earth that when we clear the dark energy, they return to their soul and spirit form? Absolutely. But we would not say they're like screwed. They're just all of us wanting more expansion, more light, and more love.
Yes, and we would just add on to that too, that those souls that do appear to be lost on planet Earth or whatever, and not on the path that they seem to be, you would think that they should be, that is their soul directing that. That is an experience that they are desiring for their soul for a certain learning, a certain purpose. So outside of it might say, oh, that person's lost. It's like, no. That person is exactly where they are, doing exactly what they need to be doing.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Might not be very pleasant and comfortable for them, but it is a choice of their soul.
Yes. Yes. And it is all love.
Yes.
Beautiful. Lorn, I think this question is specifically for you. I'm curious about what Pleiadians think about our American school system, and if there are any messages for teachers.
We would not say that we really think about teaching in the way that the humans teach on planet Earth. So we realize that you humans have a different way of doing things and are on a different purpose. But for us, the education process is more experiential and more just allowing the young person to be surrounded by love and grow through their experiences, and continually to know that, okay, this is an experience that is for my ultimate good, and how can I learn more from it? So yes, we admire all the teachers and the humans and all the challenges they have in their system, and it is also very, very different from our system.
Yes.
Beautiful.
But we would say that the love of the teachers is the best thing the educational system has, because the teachers bring that love in, and that energy is the children are impacted by that energy. So as long as you have a loving teacher there, you are doing a wonderful education.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And Michael
always has an opinion.
He's not Pleiadian, but he is the honorary Pleiadian.
We hang.
So we will let him. Yes.
What we would offer is, and this is less about the Pleiadian energy, which is pure love, and part of the role of that community is to help individuals see the true gentle power of love and to be able to return to love. So we are loving that energy, and we are loving that for a school system as well. What we would offer in addition to that is that the teachers are the students and the students are the teachers, because the students have a closer connection to that love. And we're knowing that depending on the home environment, many of them still carry the same sort of programming and judgments and things as adults, but they are closer to the experience of divine love. The longer you're on the planet, without a conscious choice, the further you get separated from it. So to just know that the students, when you see the light in them, we are knowing who we are talking to right now. We are knowing that when you see the light in your student and you acknowledge that, they see the light in them and they get to become who they truly are. And that is more important than anything else that you could be doing.
Yes.
That's how they learn.
Yes.
We had an aha moment in a training that we did.
Yes.
And you had reflected back. It was because their heart was opened.
Yes. Yes, yes. And that is the power of you, Christy, is because when you step in with your full heart open, and then people are like, maybe I can do this too. She looks okay. She's being vulnerable and didn't get shot down by lightning. Maybe I can do this too. Yes.
And the power of presence, right? So important.
Yes.
All right. So I know you've spoken a lot about love and, how we can ground ourselves in love. But maybe there's other things you might want to add. The question is, what will support us in leaning into our divinity and away from our humanity? Are there other pieces of advice?
Why would you move away from your humanity?
We are loving this question.
Yes, you were really wanting to come on planet Earth and be in a human body. Each of you chose that for a reason. So that is the one concern we have with these spiritual people on planet Earth. Yes, it is wonderful, love and light, but it is also, remember that this human experience is a unique one and something that you are very fortunate to have. So to embrace the human experience as much as you can, and through that embracing, then yes, connecting to the love and light as we can. But yes, we would not recommend moving away from humanity.
Yes,
Beautiful.
yes. We are loving this question because it is, and we are knowing we've often used the teeter-totter, right, as the example to just lean a little bit more towards love. But it isn't on this opposite side that we would put humanity. Humanity is an integration of who you're choosing to be at this moment, and it is beautiful. But on this other side is fear, is judgment. There are things to lean away from, but your humanity is part of what you came to experience. In absence of humanity, expansion would stop. You're coming through to have this full experience that is very difficult, if not impossible, to have in spirit form. And through that, you're expanding the love of this planet and of this whole solar system. And it's so much bigger than you could ever imagine. So we would say that instead of leaning away from the humanity, imagine a heart at the middle of that teeter-totter that is your true divine nature, and that is encompassing your humanity. And instead of thinking humanity is wrong, wrap it in love and think of what it could be like to blossom on this planet where my humanity is so wrapped in love that it has become the love that it truly is, and to walk without judgment. This human gets all tripped out, but she doesn't even realize how often humans judge. We judge how somebody's hair looks, and if they cut us off in traffic, and if the grocery prices go up. It is a constant barrage of us assessing and saying, I wouldn't do it this way, maybe. And when you release that, the amount of space that love can grow is astronomical. And so allow your humanity to be part of that beautiful growth, and let that be the blossom in the middle, the rose that unfolds instead of something to fight. Yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
We are wanting light language, Lynn.
Yes.
This human won't be quiet
Yes, we
until
would
she
say
gets her
that,
life
Sherisa.
language.
All right. So we have some more personal questions. What is the spiritual perspective on the physical ailments I'm having?
Ailments?
Ailments. Mm-hmm.
Yes. You are wanting? we will go, and then we will riff like we do. What we are going to do, instead of have it be specific to the ailment of that individual, we are going to talk about the purpose of ailments in the life and discomfort in general. And then you can extrapolate that to your individualized experience. So when you experience discomfort in your body, as hard as this is, and this human doesn't even want me to say it, but you created that in your own body. And she gets nervous about us saying that, because we are not saying that a little child created cancer in their body. We're not going to such extremes. But when you have a cold, you did create that cold. And when you have chronic back pain, you did create that. And things like cancer are created from ongoing fear and judgment that is too much for the body to handle. And other incarnations come through specifically to experience something. And so you can't look at everything and say, oh, because somebody has cancer, they caused it inside themselves. We don't judge. In spirit realm, judgment isn't something that exists. So when we say you're creating it inside your body, we're not judging you for doing that. We are trying to inform you of your power to shift that experience. And so we will again use this human. She has had chronic back pain, which is an autoimmune disorder that she has had since her early 20s. She created that. When she came through in this body, she wanted to know what it felt like she wanted to build her ability to have compassion for those who felt disconnected from their body. And so to build that compassion is love, she chose an experience that was going to be uncomfortable. So does that mean that now that she's in her 50s and she still has back pain, she's failed? No. She is still having that beautiful human experience she came to have. But in knowing that you create it, you have the power to change it. In assuming it is thrust upon you, you lose your power to shift that in your own life. So she does have the power to shift that to where the back pain is negligible and so small that it doesn't impact her, the more that she can grow love in her body. So the ailments you may have chosen for many different reasons, or they may have been feelings that did not get released when they needed to, and you felt crushed because of them. Your body is responding to that emotional balance between your own soul's truth and your ability to let your soul speak that truth through the human body. So it is self-created, but that is no judgment. That is just a claiming of power so that you can then flow love to it and shift it and have a different experience on earth. Yes?
Yes, and we would suggest that you bring a bit of curiosity in it rather than rejecting the pain or the discomfort or whatever it is. And just like, I wonder, why would I create that? I'm this loving divine being. Why would I create something like that?
Yes.
And that can just kind of shift the energy around it that can help move through it. And yes, it may be something that you hold on for a lifetime, and that is okay. But to work towards not just pushing it away and rejecting, oh no, I've got this pain again, but realizing, interesting. Why would I have this experience here? Yes. So that is what we would suggest doing with that.
Yes. It is a good action step. Humans like action
Yes.
steps.
Throw them a little bit every now and then. Keep that mind occupied. So.
Well, we need another action step with this question. What will help translate my passions into income? And at this point, is stillness and going within or moving toward action more beneficial for my path?
There's an internal block going on around having the belief and the knowingness that I can create this and then I can have the money flowing in. And that's what we see. There's something around that. And we think that it is connected to this whole spiritual idea of being a spiritual person and money. Many humans have this kind of disconnection between it and not realizing, okay, money is just energy and it is not something that is evil or is something that is like someone less spiritual. So we think that is kind of the main part to listen to that around that. And yes, we're liking to shift the energy a bit here. We realize that there are many in this room here that have some of these feelings around money. And so we are just going to let you play with that on an unconscious level here. Akala shanatapa he ne te hanatoto he shanata toshe hakanale manata 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 yene hamashanata hokala meya monetane yanalo 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 eshe patalato kanata ye amata 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 hokana ye patacho 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 hu hashite yamata Yanate kalata, ye panato, ye panato, ye panato. Akina, yanatamata, yene matana, yena tatato shanatalate. Okay, very good now.
Yes, yes, yes.
We like that.
Yes,
All right.
Yes, yes.
Now, Michael, share your wisdom with us.
My human is just basking in the light language.
Yes, you're human. Tell her to go back to sleep.
Yes. We do not have a ton to add in, other than money is not. So money has become such a focus of humans' lives that it's getting its own energy that is out of proportion to the power it should hold. Money should just be available enough so that people don't have to walk around and trade chickens. And that's all the power that it really needs. But it becomes a bit all-consuming, specifically in the United States as a cultural sort of point. And it is not either bad or good in and of itself. It is just a form of energy exchange. And so what we have worked with this human to do is to help see money as a spiritual resource. I use all these different resources to help spread what Michael shares, and money can be yet one of those other spiritual resources. And when you start to view it that way, and spiritual resources are abundant for you, then the money becomes abundant as well. And the purpose behind the money then births love instead of accumulating things. Because when money is used to accumulate things, it's actually adding stressors into somebody's life. And we aren't saying, we have no judgment, have a yacht, do whatever you want. But when you start to have to spend your time on how to care for your things instead of experiencing joy, then things start to get a little out of balance. So to see money as a spiritual resource, allow it to flow in and out of your life like you are breathing. And then the other piece that gets a little out of a little funkiness on earth at the moment is that money is, I have to have enough, and then I get old and then I spend it out really, really slowly and while I die. And when you have that kind of energy, it's again giving too much power to that money. Actually, I create the spiritual resources that I need. And so money will always be there for me and it flows. It does not mean you don't save. We aren't saying be fruitless with your money, but we are saying don't give it more credit than your own spirituality. Like put the money in the bank and then use it as you need it and save and do all those things, but instead do that from a place of joy and abundance instead of fear that I'm not going to have enough as I age, because it starts to get very heavy. And when things get heavy, they anchor and then they don't move. So like right now, there is a mass belief in the United States specifically that I must work hard for money. And when you hold that belief, then you can't have money unless you work hard. And so inside of individual people's lives, the more you can shift to money flows to me by sharing my passions with the world, you're still exchanging in actions. Money is still flowing to you, but you're not making the assumption that it's going to be some big burden for it to be able to flow to you. And those sort of micro changes help put money in its proper perspective instead of having it become some sort of like false god. You are seeing?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Beautiful. So I know we're probably heading to a close now, but one of the questions was, what message would you most like us to leave with today?
It's a good wrap-up
Yes.
question.
Yes. We think that most people could guess our message. How many people guess? How many people guess love? All right. Yes, you are correct. Yes, love, love, and that each of you are divine beings, and you are beings of love, and you are creating your life. So that is it. And part of our mission here is to help people remember that they are divine beings, to connect with that part of them that is pure love, that is always with them.
Yes.
So that is.
We are liking.
We jumped right in. We know Michael has some more words of wisdom to add to that.
Yes, but when the answer is love, the Pleiades need to just slip right in there. Absolutely. We would add to that beautiful message by encouraging each individual to really own your own power. Power is another concept that's gotten a little bit twisted on Earth. Power is just creation. And so because there's positional power and misuse of power and all of these things that are happening, then people start to say, I don't want power. And you walk away. But that's a misuse of the power. Power is about being able to carve out the world that you want to live in, including the world you want to gift to other people in a beautiful way. And so we really need the people who are on a path of light to claim that power, because they are going to build that network of light and love across the whole globe that will lift all up. And so to lean into that power, we have this human we take our whole body over and she still questions us. So she's still like, I'm not so sure. She is hesitant, but she could shift the weather patterns. This human alone could end the drought in California if she really knew and owned her own power. But
wait a second now. Lynn came here looking for sunshine, and you're saying that this being created Seattle rain for when she came here for sunshine?
This human was not on her game.
Yes.
The amount of immense power that each of you have is beyond your understanding. And so when you hold light in your heart, when you hold love in your heart and you expand it out, things thrive. You don't have to sit there and say, oh, now I'm in charge of the weather and I need to, they're having a wedding over here in Palm Springs, or better not be right. No. All you have to do is hold the love and expand it out, and the things start to thrive. And then it's like the earth comes alive, and Mother Gaia is like, yes, we like this. I can live on this energy. And automatically the weather patterns just stabilize. There is so much more power that you have at your fingertips. And yet most of you walk around worrying about how much money is in your bank account, and if you're in the same size jeans that you were 5 years ago, and these things that do not have an impact beyond this physical temporary experience. And yet the power of love will return in spirit form to you as expansion. And so to claim that power and know that because you are pure love, that power will be used to expand love, and that is always good. Yes.
Very good.
That is what we would say.
Beautiful. So the last question is, do you have any messages for the humans who channel you, with Lynn and Sherisa's permission, of course?
We are wanting to know who wrote this question. This human wants to know who wrote this question. We will let Lorn go first. Yes.
Lorn gives Lynn the message over and over again, the same thing. So we feel a little boring, but for her is to learn to know that, yes, that she is a divine being, and not to get caught up in the day-to-day stuff, not to get caught up in how things should be done or who should do what, and etc. But yes, but that she is a divine being, and as Michael was so eloquently put it, has that power to create the life that she wants. So that is the message we like to give to her. And she likes to say, thank you, Lorn, and then do whatever she wants. So.
My human too.
Yes.
We would offer that first, we deeply love both of these humans, of Lynn and Sherisa. We deeply love them, and they made agreements with us in spirit form to do this, and we are so happy that they have awoken to these gifts. So that in the foremost. And then we would like to tell this human to lighten up and to just be more at ease and to stop planning. And she plans less now than she did 5 years ago, but if she had the ability to look at her brain from the way we can, she would see that it's still 95% planning and 5% trust. And there is space for that to be more like 90% love and then 10%, oh yeah, I probably should get that done. And to just feel free to lean into that. And the less you worry about what you're going to do next, the easier it will be for you to know what you're going to do next. And to just allow love to be that dominant energy. But she gets to a point, and we are saying this for many humans in the room because she is a typical human. And it is almost as if when you give your space for the joy and the freedom, you think you're slacking off. But in truth, when you are doing the joy, you are creating. When you are planning over and over and over, you are putting out energy of, I must work hard to get this. I must work hard to get this. When you shift into that place of joy, even when you may be doing tasks, she hates to do the dishes, even if you want to do tasks like that, but to do it from a place of joy, you are actively creating joy for your future. And so there is more space for her to accept that and to allow it to be, and less work. Yes. We are looking for. Yes.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Yes. So I don't know if anyone else has other questions before we close.
Yes.
I wanted to just put forward, because I found it so helpful, especially when you were talking about how we get caught in those negative thought loops and how to kind of get out of those or feeling hopeless, that we can call you in. Like, this is wonderful, but we have access to you all the time. So maybe just reinforcing that for everybody, all of us.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And it's free. It's free. And we are so happy when that happens. And when this human feels Lorn presence, when she calls in Lorn, we are knowing the trueness of the collective soul. Archangel Michael is Christy. Christy is Archangel Michael. So when you say, Archangel Michael, please come here, I am reunifying with a part of my own soul. And it is beautiful to us. So we are welcomed. We are welcome and very happy when you call us in.
Yes. And it doesn't matter what name you use, Lorn, Archangel Michael, Jesus, Buddha, whatever, there is this spiritual support around you, and it is always there, always loving you, always loving you, always loving you.
Yes. Oh, call me Fred.
Yeah. Fred works too.
Yes.
All right. Any other questions, thoughts?
So I think you may have already touched on this, but understanding that we are our own divine creators and that we can always and should always return to love. Is there anything else that we can do to increase and maintain a higher frequency?
Yes. And we know that can be a vague thing, return to love.
Yes.
So we like to also talk about gratitude and joy as being great emotions that can help bring your frequency up. And so finding the ways that help you connect to that gratitude and joy is another part of what we mentioned. And just allowing those human emotions to flow through, as we discussed, So yes, you don't have to be in gratitude and joy all the time, but to feel what you feel and then remember, oh, that's right. This is an amazing place I'm in. Oh, that's right. I've got this experience on planet Earth. I can taste ice cream. I can feel the grass under my toes. And recognizing all those things, and each of them will add to it. And the other part we like to mention is knowing your brain is the main thing that can kind of bring that vibration down. People like to, so she talked about, have these loops of thoughts over and over, and you're kind of, especially they can be critical and negative or whatever, but any kind of loops of thoughts, it's like are not going to be beneficial. So just like, okay, there's another thought. Let me return to a place of love.
Yes. And to expand on that, the vibration that comes out of you, that is what is creating your environment. That is what's creating the experiences. That's what's attracting in the people in your life and attracting in the opportunities. It's the feeling. But feelings can feel a bit slippery for humans. So we often go to this place of what are your thought patterns, because when you shift your thought patterns, the feeling will shift and then the feeling shifts. So it's not that your thoughts create the things, which we know is a catchphrase that is very popular. Yes, that is true, but it's really the thoughts generating the feeling inside of your body that then creates. And so it's a birthing process. And so when your thoughts become anchors instead of expansive lifting up, you can short circuit that by just going to a feeling and amplifying that feeling in your body. So what this human sometimes likes to do is, like everyone here is knowing this human quite well, and she misses her puppy. And Diesel is fine in spirit form over the Rainbow Bridge, but when she thinks about Diesel, she feels love flood her heart. So she doesn't have to come up with a whole bunch of thought patterns or affirmations, although she loves a good affirmation, but she can just lay in bed and hold her little unicorn and hold it and imagine Diesel. And that love that floods your heart is enough to put your vibration right back on track. So to not worry so much about correcting yourself into a vibration, and instead love yourself into that vibration. And then once you're there, it's a little easier to ride it. This is helping?
Yes.
Yes.
So for those who are around us who may have difficulty in returning to love or may not understand this message, is there anything we can do to help those around us kind of see and understand this message?
Yes.
Yes, and that is the main thing, that your energy is going to impact those around you. And for you to be loving of right where they're at, and that for them, that is the perfect thing for them to be doing, and to just hold in your system that, okay, that's right, this is perfect, just how they are.
Yes.
So yes, for Lynn, her partner is a little skeptical. He's, what is this weird stuff? We don't understand it all. And so when Lorn, she made him talk to Lorn, basically pushed it happen, and we just said, Lynn, leave Mike alone. This is, not his path. Just leave him alone, and it's been fine ever since. He's very loving and supportive, and he's like, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but go do it. Just don't do it around me. Yes. So he does not have to change his opinion and everything, but he's impacted by the energy there, and so that is the main thing we would say.
Yes. And to place, it can be helpful to think about, again, the expanded soul. So we are, each human is part of their own individualized expanded soul with the multiple incarnations, but then we're also part of this expanded soul where we're all one entity. So in that way, the person that you are wanting to help, they are actually you, and they're doing exactly what the soul wanted them to do to be able to have that part of the expansive experience. So instead of having a desire to shift it for them, you can have gratitude. They're having that part of the experience that you're not having to experience right now if it happens to be discomfort. But to remove the judgment from it, to remove the idea that it needs to be any different than exactly what it is. And it does transform relationships. So this human's sister, she hates when we talk about family, but she can't control it right now. So her sister is atheist. She is supposed to be atheist. That's what she came down to do. There is no need for her to do anything different than exactly what she is doing. This human's father is a minister. He is supposed to be a minister. He is a beautiful minister, and he's doing exactly. So the beliefs are very varied, and in that, the expanded soul gets all of this varied experience. And it is when a human starts to judge and say, I have this happiness, and you're an atheist, so you must not be happy as me. I want to lift you up. And we're not trying to save anyone because they're having the exact experience they're meant to have. That said, when love becomes a dominant energy, it rises everything up. And so do sometimes people's beliefs change? Sure, this human's had multiple beliefs throughout her life, and it is all beautiful as it evolves. But none of it was ever wrong. It was just part of the expanded experience. And it's that judgment, it's these little micro judgments that we don't always realize that anchor us into where we're at, and releasing them. Because this human needed to do some work to be able to, like, why doesn't my dad believe this is true? She think, her dad thinks she's maybe a little bit possessed and things like that. But instead, love that. Love the Father who loves you even though he doesn't understand, instead of wanting him to be different. And that removes and washes the judgment away and just allows the love to be the dominant energy. And people get very curious about that. How can that be when everybody is so varied? But we came here to be varied. How very boring if we were all the same. So there is space for all. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you so much to both of you.
Yes.
And I think you've given us so much wisdom today.
For spirit.
We send kisses, send kisses.
Yes,
And we
yes.
always say, we never say goodbye, because we are always with you. We are always with you. We're always loving you. We're always loving you.
Yes. Yes. Much love. Much love.